Races. Oh, trouble.
Problems coming into turn 4 or turn
Matt
1.
Crafton involved.
Crafton is involved. We see the 63 of Jack Smith, the 01 of Carl Long.
There he is, left side of your screen. Looks like he may. I saw a little puff of smoke there. Oh, there's Matt Crafton tried to go between Carl Long and Jack Smith.
Yeah, Crafton.
That's what really caused this incident. I think what happened with the 90 truck was separate from this.
Well, it might have backed those guys up a little bit, but Crafton was down off the racetrack. He was on the apron, which is perfectly legal here at Kansas. You can run under the yellow line if you want, but there was a turn coming, and he figured he needed to get back up on the road, but that was not a great decision by Matt.
Trouble for Angela Cope, and the caution is out with 27 laps to go.
Make sure they get by here. Let her roll them down. Let her roll them down.
It's down the inside of another car going into turn 1. Let's go on board with Stephen Wallace. His view.
Oh, she was underneath Stephen Wallace. Just lost it.
Off clear.
Car gets arrow loose at that point.
He was moved up into the second spot. Good battle between Brendan Poole in the 25 car as well as Kevin Swindell in the 55. Oh, got a spinner.
Already the 52 of Chad Boat gets hit upside down as they slide down the back stretch. Chad Hockenbraw also involved, as well as the 16 of Lofton.
Just took place. It was Lofton that got into the side of that 52. And up and over he went. But just before we saw that, it looked as though Mason Mitchell in the 6 was slow on the racetrack, maybe saw the 52 sliding.
You see the 52 is around sideways. He tried to exit the corner high coming off turn number 2. Lost a little bit of rear grip. Got sideways in there. Here's the contact with the 16 of Matt Lofton.
Chad Hockenbraw trying to stay out of that inside wall, and then a little contact late with Matt Lofton in the 16 tears the left rear quarter panel off.
You see Chad, he just wiggled a little bit, then got his right sides up where nobody had gone. And it was just the impact from Matt Lofton's car that turned that car over.
And that was right.
Trouble. Kyle Busch into the wall.
No, you're right.
Brian Vickers also involved.
Just fine and dandy.
That thing's destroyed in front.
There's some contact here.
Oh, yeah.
Carl Edwards. Brian Vickers was down on the inside. Thought he was in a pretty good spot through that. But that's not a situation that you can say because of the 99 getting in the 18 that was Carl Edwards' fault. He was holding his line there. That's just 3 wide racing and the chance that you take.
Trying to get past Paul Menard. A.J. Allmendinger spins. And Allgaier and Gilliland have a horrible collision right at the start-finish line.
Oh, that's bad.
It is David Gilliland's car that comes to a halt in flames.
Well, he's
all
in
but
there moving
destroyed.
around.
Paul Menard, the 27 is the car that's backing up. Here comes Allmendinger to the inside.
Got the left side right down on the line down there, and the car gets a little squirrely with him, gets a little loose, and here we go.
And it's on.
Boy, when he comes down the hill and hits that
Allgaier.
51, and that turned him right into Gilliland when he did that. And it was a hard impact.
You saw Allgaier get clipped by Allmendinger, and watch that red car shoot across the track right into the path of David Gilliland.
And I guarantee you Gilliland was on it trying to get through it without getting in it, and he didn't quite make it, and that is unbelievable crash.
7. And then that 33 truck.
We got one in the outside wall in turn 1. He's spinning.
That's Tyler Reddick.
Tyler Reddick, and he gets hit in the driver's door by his teammate, Austin Terrio.
Amazing job by John West Townley to avoid that 29 truck of Austin Terrio.
That's Austin there on board. You can see he's just fine.
Hit oil or something. 10-4.
BKR trucks.
You can see right there just the back end around and out from underneath Tyler Reddick, and then coming on the outside on the higher lane was Terrio and couldn't avoid him.
And there's a little contact as 799 of Cindric is going to do it. Michael Self will go by. 4 or 5 cars going to go in, and there's his teammate. The number 22 is sideways, and it looks like Snyder's going to spin.
Boy, Majeski does an amazing job getting by. As does,
Gus Dean made it through there, but it looks like the 10 and the 6 made contact, and that puts Weatherman hard in to that number 22 of Myatt Snyder. A lot of damage for Kyle Weatherman.
Chase comes down a little bit. They make a little bit of contact. Loosens up the 22 of Snyder.
Boy, I thought he was going to be able to save it on that very first time, but then the car just got away. And as he goes up the racetrack, it appeared that Josh Williams must have made some contact with, somebody. That
looked
might
like
have been
Brett Holmes.
Yeah,
the
Brett
23
Holmes.
car and the 10 of Weatherman got together.
Crowded up there at the front right now with the 42. Oh,
Whoa!
trouble. Big trouble.
Crash. Danica Patrick and Joey Logano.
Oh, man.
Eric Almirola.
Holy smoly. Heavy damage there on Danica. Oh, man, it looked like the 22 just got loose.
I think that.
Oh, man. What a ride that Danica went on.
Danica took a heck of a ride into the wall, and then the 43 just plowed in there.
Yeah, he had nowhere to go. I think he committed to the outside lane. Pretty big impact by the 43. As you could see, Almirola sitting in his car. He hadn't quite gotten out of the car yet.
Eric Jones right behind them. Right behind Logano.
Something happened on that 22.
Something had to break.
Keep coming here. There you go.
22 violently turned left right into Danica.
Boy, he is right up against that wall, but he made the pass. Oh, trouble.
Hard, the wall goes William Byron.
Noses in heavy.
Oh,
Byron went in hard.
oh. Matt Kenseth piled into Byron right to the 14 car right at the end there. 24 set down here on fire. 37, the 1. That was a huge wreck.
Oh, boy, they're 4 wide there.
Byron on the bottom.
He just gets loose underneath
he just
the 14.
starts spinning out, gets into the.
Man, it just.
Oh my gosh, the car almost went over.
Just hooked, nosed in.
How many times have we seen a car land on top of Ryan Newman?
Ryan Newman? Yeah.
I mean, that's 2 or 3 times I can remember.
Too many.
Remember, he was with McMurray down in Talladega when that happened.
And there's a spinner, and it's the 54 of Natalie Decker.
Wow, look at the damage that the transition from pavement to grass did to that truck.
Taken away from your spoiler. That's exactly what happened to her there.
We saw the same thing happen last week at Dover to Sheldon Creed. He, as you mentioned, led 59 laps of that race. Wow, what a ride that was for Natalie.
Man, just dug into the earth and big time damage, putting it into the night for Natalie Decker.
Restart here as Ryan C gets off to a good start, and now they're 4 wide going into 1.
That's it.
And around goes a 7, hard into the outside wall.
Buddy, hang on.
The
Hang
7
on.
on the apron. The 21 of Anthony Alfredo was into the wall hard. He's upside down, sliding through 1 and 2.
Red or orange, number 7 back here. That's kind of where the whole thing starts.
And normally you think you're going to get down here, you're going to slide up into the racetrack, but he just never had a chance to. Allgaier just kind of, I think, needed to give that spot up, get out of the throttle, but knowing there's a race win, if you can make it work, maybe ahead of you, just chose to stay in the gas.
And look at this car. It gets up on its side. It's sliding. You know, these cars have roof flaps that design them to stay on the ground when you see a high speed rollover at, say, a restrictor plate track. But here, that wasn't really an aerodynamic thing. The cars aren't going at top speed on this restart. That's just the force of this car hitting that outside wall, throws it up into the air, and then, Jeff, as we saw, it slides to a stop on its roof.
So are you gonna die today? Make it out alive.